I believe that everyone has the right to feel safe. And that's why I'm a martial arts educator. I've been slowly regrowing my student base and am feeling more confident about my decision of owning a full-time school as part of my future and retirement. I'm Sensei Mish. This is my journey. So, as part of my journey, a while back, I had a podcast. I called it Dojo Cast, and I was very proud of it. Got to 9 whole episodes. Like a lot of video projects I do, I start them, I really enjoy them, and then for whatever reason, they died off. And I'll tell you the reasons why Dojo Cast didn't really live like I had wanted it to was basically time and energy and all the other dumbass things that I've been doing. So when it really comes down to it, I loved Dojo Cast. I really did. It was an live in person chat. I'm sitting across the table from somebody and we're just talking martial arts, talking life, talking about their journey. It was great, but I just couldn't, when it got to scheduling certain people, of course, schedules didn't match up. And then, I'd get somebody who'd be like, yeah, I want to be on there. And then they don't show. And so it kind of got frustrating for me. And so it just kind of died off. And then I was like, no, I really want to do this. So I started it again. And so the whole concept was, you can either come to my dojo or I will go to yours, which I did do a couple times. So I go down to Salem and I sat down with Jason Eastman. He was episode number 9. I love Jason. He's a great guy. But that was just as COVID was hitting. And, well, it died, no in-person. And for me, it was the in-person. It was sitting across from somebody and chatting with them, talking. That was what it was all about. And so when it came to sitting across a screen, I'd already done Zooms and that kind of stuff, but it just seemed so impersonal. And that was hard for me. And so that's why it just kind of sat and died. And honestly, it's been about a year. I can't remember when Jason's episode aired, but it was early March. But you know what? We're starting it back up again, and it's going to be, guess what? It's going to be virtual, because I finally got it out of my head that you can talk to anybody. Yeah, we Zoom all the time, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. But this also sets me up as I can talk to anybody in the world. I'm not just limited to my local driving area or have to postpone a talk because I have to travel. I can do it anywhere. Here we're coming. This is my office, but we can do it anywhere, and that's what I plan to do. My goal is weekly, every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to sit down with somebody. So if you're interested, if you're a martial artist and you want to talk martial arts with me, totally hit me up. DM me. Great. There's my Instagram. You can go to the website. Let's even make it better. I made a website. That's kind of how, everybody makes a website for everything nowadays, but guess what? There is a website for Dojo Chat. So there you go. You can go onto that website. If you're interested, I want to talk to you. We can talk about martial arts. There are some subjects I'd prefer not to talk about because they are kind of heated, but you know what? Let's go there anyway. So let's get on with who's my first guest. My first guest is going to be Bram Frank. Now, Bram is a good friend of mine. He's my knife instructor. He is the head of Common Sense Self-Defense, Street Combat. It's modular knife. He does bolo, combat harness. It's multi-talented martial artist. He's a knife designer. It's going to be a great talk. We had planned to sit down and have a dojo chat a long time ago, but it just kind of never happened. He and I talk almost every day. So it was be kind of weird to kind of make it a formal, official dojo cast. But he came to me the other day and was like, hey, he says, I was talking to my Peter. Peter is his lawyer. And we were talking about use of force when it came to knives and teaching blade styles, and how a lot of people are teaching you to go to jail. Like, there's serious use of force issues going on. And I was like, that is an important subject. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've also always required my students to know and understand local self-defense law. So we're in Vancouver, Washington. So because we're right across the border from Oregon, they have to know both Oregon and Washington self-defense law. So that's important. And at least to me. And I think a lot of people, like even I, when I was younger, younger compared to what I am now, there was some stuff where it's like, yep, kill him. It's like, how legal is that? And when we really get down to it, the martial arts it's a warrior style art. This is not a sport. I mean, some have been sported out, and sometimes it's great to watch and sometimes it's boring. But the martial arts are really, it's a fighting art. It's for self-defense. Some of the moves were actually designed to kill people, okay? But you can't do that nowadays, even in self-defense situations. I mean, you can, but we're going to talk about the legalities about that. So Peter's also going to be on. I wish I knew Peter's name. I forgot to ask Bram. Talks about him all the time, but it's going to be Bram and Peter. We're going to be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube. I'll give you so you already had the address to the website. That's cool. I'll post in the comments below, or in the blurb below, a link to the actual video. I'm going to schedule it, so it'll be below once it's scheduled, as well as Facebook. And there's the little Facebook page group that I'll put up there, so you guys can go and like that page if you're so interested. So you can turn in live. Comments are going to be turned on, so you can actually go in there and ask questions of yourself. And so both Bram and Peter can answer those questions. That's going to be, I'm looking forward to that. And if you can't tune in live, that's okay too. Just tune in and watch it later. That's all we can ask. So anyway, first episode of Dojo Chat. Used to be Dojo Cast. Now it's Dojo Chat. Looking forward to you guys turning in. I'm excited for it. It's going to be fantastic. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, March 20th. It's going to be awesome. So until then, I will see you on the next video, and make sure you train hard and stay safe.